During the last decades, globalization, mobile, and sharing economic trends increased the need for mobility, and worldwide the car has a predominant role with a high share in most developed countries, and an increasing penetration in developing countries. People tend to shift from slower, less expensive modes of transportation to privately owned cars, as these are more comfortable, faster, more convenient in trip timing, and more flexible for doing multiple tasks on one trip than almost any form of public transit. This negative condition for both urban and rural mobility has implications on traffic congestion, energy consumption, environmental impacts. Rising traffic congestion is an inescapable condition in large and growing areas across the world. But what if we could minimize the impact of heavy traffic congestion by delivering efficient and effective transportation using a simple mobile application? Ride2Rail introduces an intelligent mobility solution based on pre-arranged trips that integrates public transport and ride-sharing towards reducing the number of privately owned cars on the streets whilst accommodating the needs of city commuters. Maria lives in Rafina and she travels every day to Vula, where she works in a shipping company. Since Rafina is not well connected to Vula through public transportation, especially very early in the morning, Maria opens her TC mobile application to look for travel solutions and inputs the information about her trip. She wants to leave very early in the morning and come back before 6 p.m. The TC application returns a set of offers for her trip, including one in which Maria is supposed to take her car to reach the Athens International Airport, then take a bus towards the Vula district. Maria decides that taking her own car is the best option to reach the airport and then take a bus, so she selects the corresponding offer. Since she chose to take her own car, Maria decides to offer the ride as a shared one and take on passengers along her way to the airport. So the TC app contacts the DC app and requests from Maria to put the information about her ride to the Athens International Airport, including her willingness to stop along the path to pick up passengers and the places where she is amenable to stop. The DC app sends the information to the R2R platform, which integrates the new ride among the available ones. Andreas is an engineer who lives in Rafina, a suburb of eastern Athens, that does not have a railway connection to Athens International Airport. Andreas needs to go to Paris for a meeting. He would prefer to make the round trip in the same way, so he needs to leave very early in the morning. He opens his travel companion and puts in the data about his trip. He wants to leave on September 15th from his home in Rafina, and he needs to reach Paris by 10:30. The TC returns a set of offers, which includes one in which Andreas is supposed to join Maria, a fellow inhabitant of Rafina, who has entered a car ride in the driver companion, which leaves from her home in Rafina, but is also willing to stop in Rafina's main square to pick up other passengers and then go to the Athens International Airport. Both Andreas and Maria have indicated that they prefer to travel with quiet people who do not like to talk much during the trip. Andreas selects the offer that includes the shared ride offered by Maria. The system informs Maria of Andreas's selection, and Maria accepts it, so the system books the trip for Andreas. Driver decides to use her car to go from Rafina to the Athens International Airport and decides to share the ride with someone else through the Ride2Rail platform. She opens the DC application and offers the ride. The offer is sent from the DC app to the R2R platform, which forwards it to the S2R ecosystem so that the rideshare can be combined with the travel options coming from other TSPs, train, public transport, etc. Passenger uses the TC app to search for mobility solutions from Rafina to Paris. He makes a mobility request that gets processed by the S2R ecosystem, which computes possible travel offers. These travel offers are sent to the R2R ecosystem, which in turn checks them one by one for eligibility for blockchain-based smart contracts by contacting the blockchain module and puts a mark on the eligible ones. The enriched and ranked travel offers are then displayed to the user in the TC app. A blockchain logo appears next to an offer eligible for blockchain-based smart contracts. The service is based on trusted, tamper-proof data stored in the blockchain. Then the R2R platform initiates the booking process by notifying the driver, through the DC app, that he has received a booking request for a ride. The booking information is stored in the blockchain using smart contracts, which ensures the reliability and integrity of the data. The blockchain cryptographically seals the data and immutably stores them, while also timestamps them to enable their auditability in the future. The ride starts and the trip tracking component of the R2R notifies the blockchain module with a start event. It also notifies the blockchain of any incidents related to the ride, cancellation, delay. The blockchain module enables the smart contract related to this specific booking, which after the successful completion of the trip, will issue a 10% discount voucher to the passenger for his next train ticket. In case of a delay from either the driver or the passenger, the event is stored in the blockchain to enable non-repudiation and automatic resolving of disputes. Start event is stored in the blockchain and the related smart contract is enabled for this booking. The smart contract involves the driver, the passenger, and the train service provider. The ride ends and the trip tracking component of the R2R notifies the blockchain module with an end event. The event triggers the issuance of the voucher in the blockchain module. The voucher is stored in the blockchain for security and immutability reasons. The smart contracts streamline the whole process by automatically issuing the discount voucher upon the trip completion.